Hey Charles, thanks so much for joining me here to this morning, early morning. Appreciate the getting out of bed. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Charles Bern, and he is the founder of Patio Interactive, and they help companies leverage augmented reality, virtual reality, interactive technologies, like really cool cutting edge stuff, to give companies a competitive advantage when they're in their marketing, in their engagement, gives them an edge in that marketplace. And so, Charles, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
So, the reason I wanted to get Charles on is as my superhero entrepreneurs that are going through this challenge. Some of them may be in the category that you were in when we started working together, and I wanted you to share a little bit about your mindset, your thinking around you've been on this cusp of growing from a 3-person company to a 10, and what it takes, the sales that are needed to feed the cash flow, to feed the beast, and where your head is at with that. And I just wanted to be able to share a little bit of that, because I think you have a lot of wisdom that you can impart.
Sure. Well, I guess, we're in an industry that's growing really, really fast, and most of our growth has been client-driven growth, which is the best kind. There's just so much demand for the work that we're doing, and having been around for a few years now, we have a lot of client relationships, and we're scaling up our operation, and the technology is changing so fast. Our clients, because of the demand for what we need, we're growing, but we're going through growing pains like any other company. Moving from a core team of people who have been here from the beginning to a team of 10 people, a team of 20 people, really scaling up the operation has been a challenge for us, to be honest. Not because there isn't the demand for the work, but because I haven't necessarily always put the right structures in place to help with that. If we have clients that require more capacity than what we can offer, we have to bring in people. And if there's not the structure there to help them thrive in their position, all throughout the sales cycle, right from the beginning to hey, the client's interested in something, right through to finishing the final project, it can hurt your business. It can hurt your reputation. It can prevent you from growing in a lot of different ways. So really, we've been focusing on putting that structure in place so we can grow to 10 to 20 to 100 people if we want. Exactly.
And I think those processes are the things that, when you onboard new people and they see that process as well, it speaks volumes, and then, being able to follow those each time and get predictable results allows you to have the confidence, I guess, right, to actually make those investments in those people and bring them on.
Yeah, I think it's moving from a core team to 10 people is about letting go. And the terrifying thing is that, you did everything yourself. You started with a small team and you wore a lot of different hats, right? And you're passing off some of those hats as you go. And it's also, sometimes if you let go and you don't let go in the right way, they're going to sink. And it's not necessarily a reflection of who you hire. It's often just a reflection of not letting go in the right way and putting those things in place. You can't expect somebody new to come into your company who you've just hired to understand your business as well as you can. And just like when we meet with clients, you can't expect them to understand the technology and our understanding of how it can help them the way they can.
So what were your perceptions around sales and processes before? I know, when we started working together, you didn't really have a lot of process around it. And I know you were a bit hungry, but you're also a bit resistant a little bit. And so I just want to get, how did you get over the mindset of saying, okay, no, this is going to work. This is going to be good for my business. How did you internally process that and get over to the part where saying, yes, okay, we're going to do this?
Well, we learned the hard way, because I tried doing it myself before that, thinking, okay, we're growing. Let's bring in some young people and say, hey, good, you're doing sales now for us. Go ahead. Which was, it was a terrible idea. They were, a friend of mine that mentioned the analogy, they're spinning around in circles at the bottom of the pool.
Yeah.
which is a nice analogy because it's not like the effort isn't there. It's not like
Right.
the hustle isn't there, but you're spinning around in circles. And to add to the metaphor, you're at the bottom of the pool, so you're drowning. So you're not even getting your head above water.
Right.
So we definitely learned the hard way. Before that, it was me doing the sales, but my understanding of the technology and the business and the client relationships that I've had has helped me do that. But that's a very organic way of doing that. And I can't expect people who come to join my team to have that same understanding of everything that happened organically in a month, in 2 months, even in 6 months. So, but the structure that you helped me put in place gets you there without having to have that underlying knowledge that I have.
Exactly. Yeah. When you put those systems in place, and often entrepreneurs do the same thing. They're like, okay, we need sales. Let's hire a biz dev if they haven't put the time and effort in to already figure out what processes work. What is the conversion architecture? How are we closing the sales? Okay, then now how do we support them properly? If we've been closing them in this particular way? And so what I advocate is always to do it the reverse: start and create the process, then onboard people and have those people be ready to start making sales with that process in place. And certainly that's what we were able to accomplish for you. Yeah, so I think that's great. So if anybody out there is in that mode where they're kind of contemplating, okay, I need to grow, but I need sales, before you run out and hire just anybody, take the time to actually implement those processes and systems that we're talking about during these 12 days, and then look to say, okay, Mr. Biz Dev person, Miss Biz Dev person, I have the sales process. What do you think? Can you make this alive and actually make it your own? And that could be a really great way to sort of wade into the pool with somebody so they don't drown.
Yeah.
So Charles, thanks a lot much for that. I appreciate it. And so, just before I let you go, and I maybe just tell the people folks a little bit about what it was like working with me. Just now they've gotten to know you a little bit. Just give them your perspective.
Okay. Well, how much time do we have on here?
Oh, thank you. Keep it short. Just a couple minutes.
Right. I guess I imagine most startups that you work with are very unique, and it seemed like what you had built and helped us build was something that was custom tailored to what we needed. I think every company is different, and you really took ownership to our sales process as well as just the company as a whole. And it was great. You were very accommodating with the chaos that goes into running a startup. So whether that was changing schedules or bouncing things around or bringing new people in, and you were just rolling with it the whole time. And the structure that you helped us create by understanding our business is probably the foundation for where our business is going to be in 10 years. But it also let us hit the ground running, and we got results immediately within a month. That was pretty fantastic. I think my only regret is not having talked to you sooner, because unfortunately, after meeting you, we were going through this transitionary period where I had stumbled and I had made some poor choices in terms of not putting the structure in place and not understanding how to scale a sales team from 1 person to 5 people, and leveraging what we had correctly. So, I mean, when you came in and really put that structure in there that we're using religiously now, it really made a huge difference for us. So I'm totally grateful.
Thank you so much. That's amazing. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I can go on.
Oh, no. It's okay. That's great. Thank you. So listen, folks, if any of you are intrigued and interested in, and so here's my plug back to Patio and Charles's team. If anybody's interested in leveraging AR, VR, so that's augmented reality, virtual reality, interactive technologies, 360 video, these kinds of things, they are the go-to firm to approach to come up with those creative, really, really dynamic ideas, and know that there's a team behind you that's going to actually implement them. And so you can reach out to Charles through patiointeractive.com. We'll throw a little thing on there. And so Charles, thank you again so much for dropping some of that knowledge. I think it's great so that other people that might be in the same position you are can kind of learn a little bit from your wisdom. So thank you.
Thanks for having me anytime.
Thank you very much. Have a good night, or have a good day.